If you experience burning in your feet, tingling, or a sensation at night as if pins and needles are pricking your feet, then do not ignore it by just dismissing it as fatigue, because many times this is not just pain. This is a silent warning from your body. In the beginning, it seems very minor. A little burning, a little numbness, a little restlessness, but gradually it begins to increase. Your night's sleep starts getting disturbed, walking starts to feel difficult, and sometimes the very sensation of placing your feet on the ground begins to change. And this is the moment when your body is signaling to you that perhaps your nerves are slowly weakening. This condition is called neuropathy. It is possible that you are hearing this name for the first time, but the symptoms, perhaps you are already feeling them. And the truth is that most people do not even realize when it started until it is too late. But the good news is that the body definitely gives a warning, and if you listen to it in time, things can be changed. In today's video, I am going to tell you 5 such simple things that can help support the nerves, reduce burning, and improve sensation. No expensive medicines, no complicated diet, just 5 simple things. But listen carefully, because among these 5, there are 2 things that you probably never even thought could be so important for your nerves. And one of them is a drink that will truly surprise you. So let us begin. But first, let us understand what actually happens inside your body in neuropathy, and understanding this is the first step towards treatment. Now, the real question is, what exactly changes inside the body in neuropathy that causes burning, tingling, and numbness in the feet? Let us understand this very simply. The nerves in your feet are extremely delicate, so delicate that it is difficult to even see them separately with the naked eye. These very nerves carry messages to your brain. For instance, the foot is on the ground, it is feeling cold, it is feeling warmth, or it is experiencing pain. All these messages travel through these very nerves, but these nerves have a protective covering on them, exactly like how an electrical wire has a plastic cover over it. This covering protects the nerves and gives the signals the correct pathway. As long as this covering remains strong, everything works fine. But the problem begins when this covering starts to weaken. Then the signals start getting confused. The brain starts receiving wrong messages. Sometimes you feel a burning sensation, even when in reality there is no burning there at all. The brain perceives that there is pain, even when in reality nothing is happening there. Sometimes it feels as if pins and needles are pricking you, and at other times the feet become numb because the signals are simply not reaching the brain. And this is why some people say, "My feet feel strange, but I don't understand why." Because the problem is not visible on the surface. The problem is inside, quietly and gradually. And if it is not stopped, over time, the nerves can weaken further. But the question is, why does this damage begin? What exactly is that thing that is causing internal damage to the nerves? And this is the very reason that is essential to understand if you want to stop it right at the beginning. Now, the question is, what exactly is working behind the burning, tingling, and numbness in the feet? Why does this damage begin? There are 3 major reasons for this. And if you understand these, then half the problem is understood right there. The first reason is high blood sugar. If your blood sugar remains high, it slowly starts damaging your nerves, silently, without any noise, exactly like how a single drop of water slowly penetrates a stone. Initially, nothing is felt, but over time, the damage keeps increasing. This is why many people's neuropathy begins right here. The second reason is inflammation. In simple terms, hidden swelling inside the body. This is that swelling which is not visible on the outside, but it keeps irritating your nerves from within. This silent swelling causes a little bit of damage every single day and gradually keeps weakening them. The third reason is oxidative stress. The name sounds difficult, but understand it simply. This is exactly like rust. Just as iron rusts, your nerves also start getting affected from within, slowly, a little bit every single day. And this is what makes them weak before their time. Now just think, if sugar is high, there is inflammation inside, and also rusting is happening, then imagine what the nerves must be going through. This is why simply taking a painkiller is not the real solution, because that only suppresses the pain. It does not eliminate the problem. Exactly like if a tap is leaking and you just keep wiping the floor, the water will still keep falling. What is the real task? To stop the actual cause. And this is exactly what those 5 things do that we are now going to talk about. And the first thing is probably still present in your refrigerator right now, but you have never looked at it from this perspective. Now, let us begin with the first thing. And perhaps this is the most important one too. Eggs. Yes, they sound very common, but for the nerves, they are extraordinarily important. If someone asks me if you had to eat just one thing for neuropathy, my first answer would be eggs. Without any hesitation. Why? Let me tell you. To keep the protective covering over your nerves strong, the body needs specific building blocks. And eggs provide these essential building blocks all together. Especially vitamin B1. This vitamin is very crucial for the nerves. This is why deficiency of B1 is considered one of the common causes of neuropathy. If B1 becomes low in the body, the nerves start weakening, and this is why many people start experiencing burning and tingling. Not just B12, eggs also contain vitamin B6, which is essential for nerve signals. Choline is also present, which helps in transmitting messages between the brain and the nerves. And healthy fats are also present, which help in repairing that protective covering. That is, a simple egg alone is working on multiple layers. It is nourishing the nerves, it is supporting repair, and it is helping to improve recovery. But here is an important point. Do not eat only the egg white. Eat the whole egg, because the yolk contains those amazing nutrients that the nerves need the most. If you remove the yolk, you have removed the most important part. Try to include 1 to 2 eggs daily, simply boiled or lightly cooked. Consistency is key because healing demands patience, but just providing the building materials is not enough. To deliver what builds the nerves to the right place, another thing is essential. And the second thing is something that most people eat only for their heart, but perhaps they do not know that the nerves also need it. Now, let us move to the second thing. This is something that most people consume only for their heart, but perhaps they do not know that the nerves also like it. Fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. And if these are not available, your local fish can also be quite helpful. Why? Because fish contains omega-3 fatty acids. And omega-3 does 2 very important things for your nerves. First, it reduces inflammation. Remember, I told you that one of the 3 major causes damaging the nerves is also inflammation. This is that silent swelling that keeps causing a little bit of damage every single day from within. Omega-3 soothes this inflammation. Exactly like pouring water on a burning fire, and gradually the intensity inside begins to reduce. The second benefit is that it helps in repairing the protective covering, that same covering that protects the nerves and gives the signals the correct pathway. Because this protective covering is mostly made of healthy fat, and omega-3 is an important source of this healthy fat. That is, fish is not just reducing pain, it is also supporting the repair process. Many people start feeling a difference after a few weeks of consistency. The burning reduces somewhat, the tingling reduces somewhat, and the nighttime restlessness also decreases. Try to include fish at least 2 to 3 times a week. And if you do not eat fish, do not worry. Walnuts and flax seeds can also be good alternatives. But just reducing inflammation is not enough. The nerves also need a signal that tells the body to begin repair. And the third thing gives this very signal to the body that now it is time to start repairing. Now let us come to the third thing, and perhaps this is something that upon hearing you will say, we already know this, turmeric milk. Yes, that very drink that the elders at home used to force us to drink in childhood. But perhaps we never understood the real reason behind it. Why? Because turmeric contains curcumin, and curcumin is a powerful anti-inflammatory substance. In simple terms, it helps reduce the swelling inside the body. And remember, we learned that this very swelling is silently damaging the nerves. That is, turmeric works on this very root cause. This is why even today research is being conducted on it all over the world. But here is another surprising fact. Curcumin does not just reduce inflammation, it also signals the body to restart the healing process, to support the old nerves. That is, it is not just reducing pain, it is also awakening the healing process. But here is an important secret. If you use turmeric alone, the body cannot absorb it properly. Otherwise, the benefit reaches the door, but cannot enter inside the body. That is why one thing is essential with it. Black pepper, just a pinch. This small thing can multiply the effect of turmeric several times over. And the second thing is milk, because milk contains healthy fat, and this fat helps curcumin to be absorbed better. Now just think turmeric, black pepper, and milk. 3 simple things, but together they become very powerful. So 1 glass of turmeric milk before sleeping at night, add a pinch of black pepper, just this small step, and this can also improve your sleep. Because when the inflammation inside decreases, the nighttime burning also gradually starts reducing. But just reducing inflammation and giving a repair signal is not enough. The nerves need daily nourishment as well. And the fourth thing provides that daily nourishment without which the nerves cannot keep themselves strong. Now let us come to the fourth thing, and looking at it, perhaps you will say, such a simple thing, spinach. Yes, that same green vegetable that is often in our refrigerator, but we ignore its real importance. But for the nerves, this is truly a treasure of amazing nutrients. Why? Because spinach does not give just one thing. It gives several essential nutrients altogether. First of all, magnesium. This mineral is very important for nerve signals, that is, for both sending and receiving messages. If magnesium becomes low, the signals start weakening, and this is why burning, tingling, and discomfort can increase. Then comes folate. This helps in creating new cells so that the repair process can be better. In simple words, it gives the body a chance to become strong again. And then vitamin C. This is a powerful antioxidant. Remember, we talked about oxidative stress. That same rust that is slowly weakening the nerves. Vitamin C helps fight this rust. That is, spinach is not just giving nourishment, it is also providing protection and supporting repair. But here is a common mistake. Many people cook spinach too much on high flame for a long time, and then many of its benefits are reduced because too much heat can reduce some important nutrients. So try to cook spinach lightly, or include it in salads, or take it in a smoothie so that the body can benefit better from it. Including spinach 4 to 5 times a week can be a good step. Now look at the journey so far. Eggs provided the building materials, fish reduced the inflammation, turmeric milk gave the healing signal, and spinach provided daily nourishment. But one thing is still left, something that actually delivers all these benefits to where they are needed the most. Now let us come to the last thing. And honestly, this is perhaps the thing that is most underestimated. Beetroot juice. Yes, that very beetroot which people often overlook, considering it just a common salad ingredient. But for the nerves, its role is very important. Why? Because beetroot contains nitrates, and when these go into the body, they convert into nitric oxide. You do not need to remember this name. Just understand that this helps in opening up your blood vessels. That is, the pathways of blood start opening up a little more and blood flow improves. And when blood flow improves, more oxygen reaches there, more nourishment reaches there, and the healing process starts getting better. In simple words, the benefits of the things you are eating actually start reaching the nerves. This is why beetroot is the final but very important link in this entire system. Just think again. Eggs provided the building materials. Fish reduced the inflammation. Turmeric milk gave the healing signal. Spinach provided daily nourishment. But if all these things do not even reach the nerves, how will you benefit? Beetroot opens the pathway through which all these benefits reach their destination. This is why a glass of fresh beetroot juice daily can be a good addition. If the pure taste feels difficult, you can also mix it with carrot or apple. Just consistency is important because it takes time for blood flow to improve and for the nerves to respond. But when the difference starts to show, the body itself tells you. The nighttime burning reduces, the tingling reduces, and gradually that lost sensation in the feet starts returning. But just knowing these 5 things is not enough. One last point remains, and perhaps it is the most important point of the entire video. So friends, today you have not just heard the names of 5 foods, you have tried to understand the language of your body. If you experience burning in your feet, tingling, or a feeling of numbness, do not consider it trivial, because often the body gives a signal first, then a warning, and if we still do not listen, then it stops us. But the good news is that many times, small steps can make a big difference. These same simple everyday things can become the beginning of your healing journey. But remember one crucial thing, every body is different. Every person's response is also different. Therefore, if you are already taking any medication, especially for diabetes, or if you have any serious health condition, then please talk to your doctor. This step is always safe. And remember, healing does not happen overnight, it happens gradually, but every small step brings it closer. When healing begins, the body itself tells you. The nights start getting better, sleep starts improving, and while walking, confidence starts returning. If today's video has been helpful for you, then let me know in the comments below. Among these 5, which thing will you start first? I truly read your comments. And if you think this information could be useful for someone else as well, then do share it. It is possible that your one share could turn someone else's restless nights into peaceful ones. And if you want such simple yet genuine health information to keep reaching you, then please subscribe to the channel because the body whispers first. And if we do not listen, then it begins to shout.